conductor, number, or different yogas, understanding the different yogas, interpreting these yogas. Any questions so far? Or it's fine?
No questions from me.
Okay. So we move ahead, okay? So now we'll come to this characteristics of numbers. Okay. So characteristics of numbers, like we know that each of the number represents a specific planet. So every planet, you know, there are a specific set of characteristics of those planets. So that we are going to understand. So for example, here sun. Okay, sun is for number 1, and day of birth. So individuals who are born on 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th are governed by the planet sun, and their personality traits are sun is king. Okay, sun is king. When we come to this, the numbers family or planet family, so we see here that sun is king. So let us go through this slide, then we'll go back to the characteristics. Okay, so sun, the role of the sun is king. Moon is considered as queen. Okay, you just note down on your paper also, if possible, this specific slide. Jupiter is counselor, dev guru, okay, minister. And Rahu is what? Rahu is Robin Hood. Okay, so in Hindi we call Gunda, like that. Okay, Robin Hood. Then 5, Mercury is what? Prince. Okay, and Venus is again counselor or minister, but Venus is Danav Guru. Okay, and Jupiter is Dev Guru. All right. So Jupiter is in a positive sense, counselor positive, Venus counselor negative. Okay, and then Ketu is a shadow planet. Although Rahu is also a shadow planet, but when we understand the relationship between these, so we are considering Rahu as Robin Hood, okay, and Ketu as shadow planet, a body which does not have the head. Okay, so actually Rahu and Ketu are same. Like Rahu is the head portion of the body, and the portion below the head is Ketu. All right, and Saturn is Nyadhish. Nyadhish is what? Judge. Okay, Saturn is judge, and Mars 9 is army commander or assistant to the king. All right, so when we understand the relationship in the next slide here, then we are going to consider these roles and try to understand the relationship. So for now, what we are going to do is, first we are going to study the characteristics of numbers. So here sun. Okay, so sun stands for what? King. So general personality traits of these individuals are, they are king-like, they are independent, they are leaders, trendsetters, pioneers, ambitious, investors, royal, energetic, authoritative, ego. So all these, you know, are characteristics of individuals who are born on 1st of any month, or 10th, or 19th, or 28th. Okay, so now you would notice that I mentioned, you know, A, B, C for these specific days of birth. Okay, so 19 is A, and 1 and 10 are B, and 28 are C. So this actually denotes, A, B, C denotes, so those who are marked with A, so they will be most successful out of this specific group. Like in this specific group of sun, we are having 19 as A, 1 and 10 as B, and 28 as C. So we have got 4 date of births in this set of group. So out of this 4 date of births, although all are governed by 1, but the success of the individuals would be like this. 19 will be most successful, followed by 1 and 10, and then followed by 28. All right. So if we talk about number 1, so most powerful combination of the day of birth for number 1 is 19, and less powerful in this specific set is 28. Although 28 in itself, 2 plus 8 is giving 1, it is powerful. But in this specific set, you just consider that 28 will be least powerful in this specific set. Similarly for other sets also. All right. So next number, we move ahead. It's 2. 2 stands for what? Moon. Okay, moon. Those who are born on 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th of any month. All right. So here, the most powerful is what? 11. Okay. Just notice 11 is what? 1 and 1. It is made up of 2 kings, 2 sun. That is why it is most powerful. Okay, and 2 and 20 are designated as B. So these are also powerful, but lesser than 11. And then 29 is C. So now here, what are the personality traits? Those are that these people who are governed by moon, they are emotional, gentle, they are slow, they are sensitive, they are attractive, intuitive, and they may have, a mood swings. Because, moon also, we see that there is a Shukla Paksh and there is a Krishna Paksh. All right, waning and waxing moon. So every time, not always the moon is the same. Every day, moon is changing. Similarly, such people, they have this mood swing issues also. And if there are multiple, like we saw yesterday also, I think, if a chart has multiple twos, and at least minimum three or four, at least three, so they are very sensitive, and uh, so we have to do remedies basically for them. All right, and they are hurt very easily. Those who have. Now here we come to what Jupiter. Jupiter is what? Those individuals who are born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th of any month. So here also see A is what? 1 and 2. 12. See, 1 is king and 2 is queen. So a combination of 1 and 2 is A. Most powerful in this specific set. And followed by what? 21. Queen with king. So the difference between 12 and 21 is what? In 12, just understand that 1 is leading the 2. So that means king is leading the queen. But 21 is what? Queen is leading the king. So that is making difference. Okay. So 12 will be A, 21 will be B, and 30 and 3 will be C. So these kind of individuals, they are, creative. It's a Jupiter number. So they are creative. They are very communicative. So those who are in the communication related field, media, so people, who have good Jupiter, they are governed by 3. They are very good communicators, and imaginative, healer, counselor, preacher, spiritual, they are religious, they are wise. Okay. And of course, wisdom has to be there because Jupiter is what? Jupiter is a counselor. So in the planet family that we saw, so it has to be wise and intelligent and full of knowledge. Now 4 is Rahu. Rahu again, 22. Those who are born on 4, 13, 22, and 31 of any month. So similarly, you can try and understand what A, B, C, D. You will understand from the traits. All right. So here, hardworking. They are disciplined, organized, reliable, short-tempered, rebellious, abusive, stubborn, logical, and impulsive. So these are the keywords that you have to keep in mind whenever you are reading a chart of someone who is driven by Rahu. Okay, so they are disciplined also. They are organized. So those who have good the number 4 people, they are very they keep the things really in right in place. And those charts which are missing Rahu, this number 4. So somehow discipline organization lacks. All right. And here also I've mentioned certain karmic numbers and master numbers. So those are the part of the advanced course. So karmic numbers are those which have something related with their past life. You can predict their past life through these specific numbers. And master numbers are also they're different. They are very strong numbers, but I'll not take those in this session. And then Mercury 5, 14, and 23. So these are happy-go-lucky, lazy, dark horse, entertaining, communicative. So by dark horse, we mean that you would not expect that a person can be so much successful and like in an organization or in company or in business, wherever. No, you might not expect such people, but ultimately you will find they become very, very successful unexpectedly. So they are very successful individuals, but nobody can kind of make out that they could be so successful. So after that, 6 is Venus. Okay, 6th, 15th, and 24th of any month. They are romantic, communicator, manipulative, diplomatic, family oriented, and shrewd. So these are all numbers. These are all traits for Venus. And then you just remember these keywords. Okay, you already have these slides. So whenever you are making predictions, just keep these things in mind. For love marriage also, we get a lot of queries that whether like we get queries for love marriage or arranged marriage. So if that person is driven by Venus 6, this is one of the very important number that we look at for the love marriage. Okay. And then 7 is Ketu number. Okay. So Ketu is those who are born on the 7th, 16th, or 25th of any month. They are low in confidence. Okay. They are inquisitive. very good healer, occult, spiritual, religious, researchers, and introverts. Okay, so these people, these are all that like why low in confidence, because the head portion is missing. All right, and they are very inquisitive. Again, head portion is missing, so they are always keen uh, to have to take knowledge, and but they are very very good researchers, and analytics is very strong. So those who have multiple sevens, so they are very good in analytics, deep analysis of things, and this number is very good for all spiritual and religion. And next is Saturn number 8. So those who are born on 8th, 17th, and 26th. So this number basically represents struggle. Okay. The people who are driven by 8 are laborious, hardworking, logical, they are very argumentative. Okay. So in the planet family, we saw that he's judge. So has to be, very logical. And they are stubborn also, and in law field, they are very successful. And in finance field also, they are very successful. Those who are driven by number 8. All right. And then 9 is Mars. So those who are born on 9th, 18th, and 27th. So they have got a lot of energy, these people. Okay. Their behavior is somewhat, unpredictable. And they are warriors, they are fighters because they have a lot of energy and they are rough and tough. But humanitarian wise, they are very good. But they are egoistic also. Okay. Now, if we look at the children who are born after 2000, yeah, like in the previous century, we were very blessed that we were blessed with 9 number by default. At least one 9 number, definitely by default, we were blessed with. So we are more humanitarian. But now, if you look at the children who are after 2000, so majority of them, would not be having this 9. So this is one of the area, and you can make it out. And maybe currently you might not um, realize this, but these children, but although those who are born in 2000, 2001, they are already 20 plus by now. But more they become independent in due course of time, maybe after 5, 10 years down the line, you would see, you would realize that that humanitarian part is majority, it's missing. Okay, so now this number family is clear. This, because on the basis of this we are going to study this compatibility. Okay, so this is actually the heart of numerology, you can say, this compatibility of numbers. Because when you understand this compatibility, you will be able to understand which are your lucky numbers, which are unlucky numbers, okay, which colors to avoid, which colors are favorable for you, and how to, when you're balancing later on, when you're balancing your name or balancing your business name. So then when you understand this interaction between the numbers, the relationship, you can then understand, okay, this is the number I have to balance my name on, so that there is no mistake, that because generally we do, as I discussed 4 pillars yesterday. So so if we are taking lot of actions really well, everything, we have chosen the right profession, and our driver conductor are also favorable, all these things, timing is also good. But it could happen that our name is not in sync, business name that we have selected is not correct, not aligned with the date of birth, not aligned with the business. So those things, for that, this compatibility of number is very, very important. Okay. So I will do 4 of these, 4, because we have limited time. But I will tell you, in that way only you try to understand the other numbers. Okay. So now sun, what did we say? That sun is what? Sun is the king. Okay. Now friendly numbers are what? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9. All right. So how would you remember? Because it is like, um, every time you might not have access to this document, this specific slide, right? But there is a way in which you can just remember that method. So you will be able to, you have to just apply common sense, and you will be able to understand, okay, this would be friendly, this would be enemy, and this is neutral. So that's what I'm going to cover here. So friend is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9. Okay. So one is what? Another king. Okay. So now if you consider two prime ministers of the country, even though those countries are like enemy, or there's some cold war going on between the countries, but still you would find that the prime ministers will, if one prime minister calls the other, they will be very friendly. Right? So sun is friend with sun, 1. Okay. And 2 is what? Queen. So king will be friendly with queen, with his wife. Right? Now we come to 5. 5 is what? Prince. So obviously king will be friendly with his son. All right. Now 3 is what? 3 is minister. Minister who is giving knowledge. So again 3 will be friendly with what? Jupiter 3. All right. Now when we come to 6, 6 is also a minister. 6 stands for what? We know Venus. Stands for what? It stands for Venus. Venus is what? All material opulences that we get in life. So obviously sun is a royal being. Okay, so he has to have opulences. So for opulences, he is in friend with what? Venus bestowing opulences to sun. And 9 is what? Army commander. So sun has to be friend. The king has to be friend with his commander. So in this way, you can just applying logic, you would understand that okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9 are friends. Now let's come to enemy part. Okay, so 8 is Saturn, which is illegitimate son of sun. All right, of the king. So 8 will be what? 8 will be enemy. And this is very common. Everybody knows that sun and Saturn are enemies. Okay. So, and now coming to neutral. Okay. So for 4, what did we say? He's a Robin Hood. He's a Gunda. Okay. So he's a Robin Hood. So, and 4 and 7 are what? They are not Devtas. They are in, Asur. Okay. Asur planets they are. Okay. Danav planets. So obviously, why would sun, like, just think of one example, like sun is having a party. Okay, so now he has to decide who all people he will invite. So obviously he will invite other kings. He will invite, or obviously wife will be with him, his son will be with him, ministers he will invite. All right, and his army commander will also be there. But Saturn, obviously, because that is illegitimate son, he will not invite. Now 4 is what? Robin Hood. And 7, 4 and 7, he will not openly invite them, right? Because these are what? These are not Devta planets, not in the same category of, Dev planet sun. So, but these are in neutral categories. They are not enemies also. Neutral means what? Whenever he has to get some task accomplished through the back door, right? So that general public does not come to know. So then he takes the benefit from Rahu and Ketu. Okay. So sometimes, even sun has to conduct certain things, certain activities which he does not want to show to public, but has to get that job done. So for that, he will get it done from 4 and 7. I said it is very good research number. So that is why 4 and 7 are in the neutral category. So that means need basis, sun will take the benefit from 4 and 7, the services from 4 and 7 basically. All right. Now where we come to moon. Okay. Now moon is what? Queen. Queen will be friend with what? With sun. Queen will be friends with husband, with other queens, right? Friendly with other queens, like 2 women sitting, talking, gossiping, enjoying, like that. And she needs to be friend with the guru also, because guru gives her the knowledge. So when that queen was earlier, when she was a princess, so it was the guru who actually gave her the knowledge to choose the right match for her. So in that case, just understand that 3 will be friend with the queen. All right, now 5 is what? Sun, the prince. So queen will be friend with the prince, right? Now we come to enemy. So here see, enemy is what? 4, 8 and 9. 8 is clear because 8 is enemy of king. So if 8 is the husband, is the enemy of husband, so obviously wife will also take that person as enemy only. So 8 will be in the enemy part. Now 4. 4 is what? 4 is Robin Hood, 4 is Gunda. Okay. So queen will not be comfortable talking to that person, that Gunda. Why? She might feel that, he might harm her son. So that way, just think that she will keep distance from Rahu. Okay, so 4 is an enemy. Now 9 is what? 9 is army commander. So why enemy of moon? Just think of one situation like sun and moon, like husband and wife. They have gone to a restaurant and they are having a great time together. Okay, so suddenly, army calls up the king and says that it's an urgent official meeting because the defense of the security of the nation is in stake, of the kingdom is in stake, and we want to conduct a quick meeting, urgent meeting. So what will king do? He will leave queen there and he will say, I have to go for the urgent meeting. So in that way, queen is very not comfortable with this 9 Mars, army commander, because she has this in mind. So that sun gives more importance to him when they are together, but sun gives more importance to the army commander. So just think of this situation, and you will understand that, okay, 9 will come in the enemy. All right. And then neutral is what? 6 and 7. Now see, 6 is what? Opulences, and 6 is also about beauty parlor. Okay. So queen is very beautiful. Okay. She maintains her beauty and goes to parlor. But this is something she does not want to show in public. So that is why 6 is not in friend list. But 6 is helpful for queen to maintain her beauty, to bestow her jewelry so that she looks beautiful, to give her opulences. But that beauty thing, she doesn't want to tell to the general public. So that is why 6 is in neutral. So neutral does not mean enemy. Neutral is that is favorable for that specific number. All right. Now 7. 7 is what? Ketu. So Ketu, see, understand Ketu, the situation of Ketu. Ketu has only got the below portion. He doesn't have the head. Okay. So you would find that here there is no enemy of Ketu. If you look at the row number 7, you'll find that Ketu has no enemies, right? They are either good friends of Ketu or they are neutral, like favorable kind of planets. So why is it so? Because Ketu does not have the head portion. So any planet wants to make the use of Ketu, they can use it. And what will Ketu think? Like if Sun makes the use of Ketu, so then Ketu will think, we'll put a head of Sun and think that I'm Sun. If Moon is taking any benefit from Ketu, so Ketu will be like, okay, Ketu will behave like Moon. If Jupiter takes the benefit, Ketu will behave like Jupiter, like that. So here also, if Queen has to get any job done, so she can take the use of Ketu, need basis. All right. Now we come to Jupiter 3. Okay. 3 is what? Guru. Guru will obviously, he's friendly with Sun. All right. And then he's friendly with other gurus also, other teachers also, right? Because when two intelligent people come together, so they feel really nice talking about sharing knowledge. So friend, again friend. 3 will also be friend, and 5 is prince, and prince is going to be what? Future king. So 3 will be friendly with king also. Now here again 7 is put in the friend category also, and in the neutral category also. All right. So here it is also it is need based per requirement, but here 7 can be considered in friend also. But for Moon, you will not consider 7 as directly as a friend of Moon. You will also only consider as neutral, because there that queen is female. All right. So if she will have some party, she will not welcome openly. She will welcome Ketu. So in that case, just consider that we have not mentioned 7 there. But here, with Jupiter, it's okay. He's a male. All right. So any info, and Jupiter is what? Knowledge. And 7 is what? 7 is inquisitiveness. Okay, research. So in that case, Jupiter can, whenever he wants to get some research done, so he can make the use of Ketu. All right. Now enemy is what? 6. Because 3 is what? Dev Guru, and 6 is Rakshas Guru. All right. And then Danav Guru. And then neutral is what? Moon. Moon is neutral. Now just think that Jupiter Guru is conducting a party at his house. So will he call the queen? He will not call the queen, because otherwise what will people think? That see, he's such a great spiritual person, and he's keeping his friendship with females. So that is why neutral. All right. And then for Rahu, why he will not invite Rahu? Because people will say, see, he's having a friendship with Robin Hood, with Hunda. Okay. Now again with 8 and 9, what? 8 and 9, you can see that majority are in the neutral column. Okay. So what is the reason for that? Here 8, the people who are driven by 8, they mostly they like to be alone with themselves only. Okay, they do not like a lot of friendship and lot of socializing, because it is what? It is a judge, number of judge, Nyayadhish. If they try to be friendly with other people, so actually their image, a judge, you will see judges don't socialize much, because otherwise they have this this fear that people might think that they are getting favors from different people. So they try to be all by themselves. So here, that is why 8 will be in neutral category only and not friendly. Okay. And about 9 also, and it is favorable. Okay. It's not, if you look at the second last row, for 8, 3 is friend. Because why? If one judge has to take some decision, he has to have knowledge, and that knowledge will be given by whom? That will be given by Guru. Okay, but Guru does not have that direct requirement of 8. So that is why it is in the neutral category. All right, and then 9 is what? Mars. So what did we study? That Mars, they have ego issues. Those who have got who are driven by number 9, so they have a lot of ego issues also. So because of that, you can see Mars is in mostly neutral category or enemy category. Okay, and Mars has only two friends only directly. If you see, only Sun and Mercury, the king and the prince, because prince will be later on will be the king. So that is why here, because of ego issues, 9 will mostly be in neutral. And because of this insecurity that, people, the image might get tainted. So 8 will also be in the neutral categories, mostly not directly in the friendship category. All right. And now we come to Rahu. So Rahu, obviously, who will not want to have a friendship with king? Everybody will, like Rahu. If Rahu will have some party, he will invite the king. Now it is up to the king if king wants to come or not. All right. But Rahu will be, everybody will be inviting kings. So see, then you can see that in friendship, 1 is there for all except for Saturn. So Rahu, 1 and 5, obviously future prince, future king. So 5 will also be friend. Now 6 is what? Danav Guru. So 6 is Guru of Rahu also, because Rahu is Danav Grah. All right. So he will be friend. 7 is what? 7 is the below portion of Rahu. The part which will complete it. So 7 is against friend. Okay. Now 3 will be neutral. Okay. For Rahu, 3 will be neutral. Because neutral what? Whenever Rahu needs some help, directly, obviously, he is not kind of, taking all counseling from 3 and formally all the time he is, connected with 3 and taking counseling. But time to time, whenever he needs some knowledge, so he can approach 3 Jupiter. So Jupiter is favorable for him. That is why Jupiter is not in enemy. He is in the neutral category. Now enemy. Okay, Moon. I have told that this queen has insecurity with Rahu. Okay, so she maintains the enmity. So here also for Rahu also 2 will be enemy. So we keep it in the enemy column. And 9 what? Because 9 has got a lot of ego. And Rahu also has ego. Rahu is also very aggressive, ego. Okay. So that is why, 4 and 9 is very, opposite combination of individuals. So 9 will be enemy in this case. All right. Now 4 and 8 are put in friend category also and enemy category also. And they have been marked with a single star. Okay. Now see what single star is written on the slide. Permanent relationship negative and temporary relationship positive. Okay. Now we come to 4 and 4 example. Now, if there are 2 Robin Hoods, okay, and they have to, one of the person, he thinks that I want to do a robbery in a bank. Okay, but I think my party is very less. So I think let us take another Gunda with me and we together will, okay, dacoity we'll do together. All right. So then the both come together and work on that specific project and they become successful. But when we talk about an area, so both those will fight. The one of the Rahu will say, no, I am the boss here. The other will say, I am the boss. Right? So understand by this example. So that means if 4 and 4 are coming together for some project, for specific, then it's okay. But if it is permanent, so permanent relationship is what? Like somebody has a driver Rahu and conductor also Rahu. That is permanent. And temporary is what? For example, you are working in an office and you are driven by number 4. There is another person in another department. He's also driven by number 4, and all of you and both of you have been given a project. So when you're working together, absolutely fine. But now if your boss is also number 4, then it is kind of permanent. Then it will be problematic for you. Or your peer with whom you are working daily basis, he's also number 4. Then there will be problem. All right. So this is how you have to see. Now this Saturn also the same. Okay, 4 and 8. So here also need based. All right. So if for example, we can take like this also. Like Saturn is what? He is a Nyayadhish, a judge. Okay. So maybe you can take it this way, that if judge has to do some get some investigation done, so and go towards the darker area of that specific case that he's working on. Maybe he get some help from Rahu. But permanently, if he's attached with Rahu, so what will people say? That see, this judge is having having, he's getting some favors from this gunda. So like that. So here also permanent and this thing, permanent relationship negative and temporary relationship positive applies. All right. Now Mercury. So we'll do till Mercury and 6, 7, 8, 9. Although we have covered when I have shared with you the above numbers. So you just try to understand. If you have questions, you can contact me. All right. So here Mercury is what? Mercury's prince. So he will be friend with his father, with his mother, with another prince who are of his age to play around. Okay. With Guru. Why? Because Guru will give him the knowledge so that he can become a good king when he grows up. And with Venus. Why with Venus? Why 6? Because he wants toys. He wants to enjoy. Okay. He wants material opulences. So for all those things will be bestowed by what? By Venus. Okay. Now 5 has no enemy because he's a child. So he's not like nobody will be kind of enemy for 5. But neutral is will be other numbers like Rahu. Neutral. Mercury doesn't have to do anything with this Rahu or Ketu because it is Mercury is a small child. Okay, he doesn't have to do anything with Gunda. Okay, or 7 with Ketu or with this Saturn also. So they will be kind of neutral. And Mercury, why Mercury is in neutral? Just understand. Why Mars is neutral. So just understand that if this child, Mercury wants any toy or anything, and if he goes to the commander, what will commander say? He will say, okay, let me ask your papa. If your papa says, okay, you buy this for you, then I will buy it for you. So that means, then why would Mercury directly contact Mars? He will not. If he wants anything, he will directly talk to his papa. So that way, just think this example and think that it is in neutral. All right. Is it clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
And interesting and very easy to remember, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So try for others also a similar way. You will be able to understand. All right. So,
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, the enemy numbers, do they affect the Loshu grid?
They affect the Loshu grid provided they are coming from drivers and conductor. If driver and conductor are enemy, then they will impact more. Like for example, if a person has a driver 3 and conductor 6, all right. For example, 6 is coming multiple times. Then you can just see that one of the numbers which is empty to the driver is having lot of vibrations. So it is stronger. So that way they will impact. Actually, every number will impact. Every number impacts. But yes, these come in play specifically when driver and conductor are anti, like enemies or struggling. These are the basic different combinations. See here. Anti numbers are 1, 8, 8, 1 combination. This is driver conductor combinations. Okay. 1, 8, 8, 1, 2, 8, 8, 2, 3, 6, 6, 3. These are anti numbers. These are enemies, strict enemies. Opposite numbers are what? 4, 2, 2, 4, 4, 9, 9, 4. Like opposite numbers, they would not want to face each other. Like, okay. And struggling numbers are what? 2, 9, 9, 2, 4, 8, 8, 4, 4, 4, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. These are all struggling numbers. So basically, all these driver combinations like struggling and opposite and enemy, they actually cause issues with the native. Now best combination is what? 1, 1, 1, 9, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 6. All positive combinations. These are positive combinations. But now if person has a struggling combination, for example 2 and 9, and vibration of 9 is more in the chart, he has got 3 9s and 1 2. So in that case, see the Mars factor of that specific combination, that is working hard, working more, that is more strong. So one has to do remedies for that. So that is how we read. Is it clear?
Yeah.
But in any case, one thing we have to understand, all planets, they have some positives and some negatives. Okay. So there are what we have to do, like through this knowledge, what we have to do is that we have to make the best use of the positives, and get rid of those negative things through remedies and the through mantras and all we can do. All right.
Yes.
So this is done. Okay, now favorable and unfavorable colors. Okay, so here on this table, table is representing the various planets and specific color and days of those planets. Okay. So sun, the color is red and day of the planet is Sunday. Moon is white color and Jupiter is yellow color and uh, I'm sorry, here again I have not corrected. It is Thursday. Okay. The day of the planet is Thursday for Jupiter. Rahu is black and gray color. Tuesday, Saturday are the days. Mercury is green Wednesdays. Venus is what? White Friday. Ketu is black or gray Tuesday, Saturday. Saturn black and Saturday, and Mars is red Tuesday. Okay, you already have these slides, so you can just go through. So these are the, I will correct this. Okay, yellow, and for Jupiter it is Thursday. All right. So these are the specific days of these planets. Now application. Okay.
This planet numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, like they should be driver number. They are not related to the conductor number.
They can be driver, they can be conductor, they can be a number for a specific day. Like for example, if a person is going for a job, okay, interview, and he finds out that the day is 4. Okay. So what did we learn? Day 1. Everything we are breaking down into numbers. Okay. So when we are studying the characteristics, like obviously the previous one, the characteristic we did were based on the individual personality traits. Obviously those traits you will not apply on the month or day or year, but this specific thing, for example, like if that day is comes out to be 4, the personal day for that specific comes out to be 4, so for that he has to take special measures, okay, so that he's successful. So like that, if it is a Mercury day, then obviously see, Mercury has got no enemy. All right. So if that day is Mercury, so it is very favorable for him. And what he can do on that day, when he goes for interview, if he wears a green shirt, okay, or he offers, green some green palak or some green leafy vegetable to a cow as a remedy, so that he gets successful. If he has interview on the day of Venus, he can wear a white, or he can offer sweet white some sweet dish which is white color. He can, like a kheer, he can offer to a Lord Shiva temple, or he can give it to the poor people, some small children, so he will be successful. Like that we do the remedies. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to try to understand everything, break down everything into numbers, then you will be able to relate. All right. So now, for example, if a person, now how to understand the color? Just I told you that 1 and 8 are anti, right? Remember, 1 is Sun and 8 is Saturn. Okay. So if a person is driven by number 1, he should not wear black, because black is the color of Saturn. So he is wearing a color of what? Of a planet which is anti to his driver. So black will not be good for him. Or if a person is driven by Saturn 8, he should not wear a red, right?
Well,
Or
if it is like his driver is 1, which would give him a red, but he also has a conductor of 8, which would give him a black, then what would he do?
he should avoid both. He should avoid. See, if he wears red, then what he will do? He will create an imbalance. So he will strengthen his Sun and weaken the Saturn, but imbalance. If he wears black, then he's strengthening the Saturn and weakening that. So he should avoid both. He should wear those colors which are friendly to both 1 and 8. Now see this chart. For 1, what are the friendly numbers? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, right? And for 8, what are the friendly numbers? 3, 5. Just ignore 4 and 8 and 6 and 7, because there is double star which is put up here. Okay. So that means what are the common friendly numbers are 3 and 5, right? You can make out this common friendly numbers.
Yeah.
So then he can wear the friendly numbers colors like 3 is yellow and 5 is green. And in fact 6 also he can do, because 6 is neutral, coming in neutral. So white also he can wear. But he should not wear 1, 8, 4 or 7 also, because 7 number, 7 color resembles that of 4 also, which is enemy here, right? So neutral colors you can take. But why we are not taking neutral 7? Because it is resembling the number of 4 also, which is enemy for this. So that is why we are not taking. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, I will give recording. Okay, you can go through. It will be clear. Again, you can go through the recording. So So what do we have to do if the numbers are enemy? So we don't have to wear those colors. We go for the, and I'm telling you, 5 friendly with everyone. So green is favorable for everyone. Whenever you go out for any, any auspicious thing, anything, any startup, anything that you, where, you want to be successful, just feed, green leafy vegetable, something to cow, wear a green shirt. It will be really favorable for you. Even health also, because see, in the low sugar grade, 5 is coming where? At the center. So 5 is giving the balance, overall balance to the chart. So what you have to do is, even, so balance means what? Balance is with respect to financial balance, relationship balance, okay? Economical, everything, like overall balance it provides in the chart. So like, for example, if you are not feeling well, okay, and you want to, strengthen yourself. So if you do this 5 remedy also, like, green, feeding this cow, so it will give you health balance, because it is for balance, even for the financials. This really helps. All right.
If you don't have a 5 in your chart,
If you don't have 5, then you wear a band in your hand, green color band.
Okay.
So that color vibration is with you. So here you see, now these are the colors. Okay, now we talk about the numbers. Okay, numbers, whenever you are balancing your name or your company name on specific numbers, so those numbers actually should be around only these 4 numbers. 1, 5, and 6 and 3. You must not have heard this in any of the free classes for sure. They don't tell. But I really want all of you to have a positive and really positive feedback about the classes and good takeaway, so that you can apply it in your life. So it has to go around only these 4 numbers, provided this number is not your NT. That's it. Is not your NT to driver and conductor both. All right. For example, see, if a person has a driver 1 and conductor 8, okay, and his name is Rahu, number coming out to be 4. Now he has to balance his name. So because his driver is 1 and conductor is 8, so from here he cannot choose 1. He has to choose either 5, 6, or 3. Got it? This is how you have to apply. So, or if a person has a driver 3 and conductor 6, so 3 and 6 are enemy. So here he will not pick 6 and 3. He will pick only 1 or 5. So this is how you have to read. Just relate it with this. Take the driver and the conductor, both. Okay. And whatever number comes out to be favorable out of these 4 to that driver and conductor, pick that number as your mobile number, pick that number as your name number, pick that as your company number. So that's how you have to choose the number for you. And by default, 5 stands for balance. So if you don't understand, okay, I am getting confused whether I should take 6, 1. So you simply go for 5. That's it. No problem. Okay. And preferably, or for colors, avoid black color. It is not good, because black is the color of darkness. Better don't wear black. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I hope, takeaways will be really good for all of you when you apply, and definitely these things will help. All right. So now I would take just 5-10 minutes of yours, and then we can go for Q&A also. I'm going to share another presentation which is on the entire professional course curriculum. Okay. So can I, if you allow me, can I share with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I will be sharing that window, and as soon as it is visible to you, just let me know. Okay. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. See, the course that we are offering, because this one what we completed was basic level, and although I have covered quite a good things, specifically you would appreciate the last slide where application based, people have these questions. A lot of people they come to us that which mobile number or what number I should choose, and all those things. So it will be very helpful in practical life. But this specific course I would just share the comprehensive. It is everything is complete in itself in this specific professional course. So first level of this course is beginners, which we have done, plus we have done some advanced portion also we have covered in beginners. Okay, then as we saw, there are master numbers, karmic numbers, so we will be covering that in the professional course. And relationship between planets I already covered from the intermediate. I covered it in the beginners course for you. What are anti-opposite struggling numbers, this I already, although we will cover more, we'll understand more about these in the professional, and which are favorable numbers in the low show grade, which are unfavorable number, and how these driver and conductor interact with each other. Because see, there are 9 numbers, okay, 9 driver, 9 conductor. So there are total 81 combination, like driver 1 and conductor 1, driver 1, conductor 2, driver 1, conductor 3, and so on. Similarly, driver 2 and conductor 1, driver 2, conductor 2. So when you list down, there are total 81 combinations. So what is the success of those? How do we understand that how they are interacting, which one are good combination and which one are successful combination, like that? Okay, and then how to interpret the low show grade, like if there is a number missing, how to interpret that missing number. If a person is repetitive, how to interpret that. Okay, and there are certain complementary numbers also. Okay, like we say, we get a, like just now we one question was there, if my 5 is missing, what should I do? So similarly, there are certain numbers which complement the other numbers. Okay, so if the other its complement is existing, so it will, little bit vibration of that missing number can be fulfilled by that complementary number. So these are the complementary. Then master key number. Master key number, I've told you, it is 5. Okay, so it is anything that you do on 5, like your car, vehicle number, or house number, phone number, it will never cause any problem to you. For sure, it will give you overall balance. All right. But definitely, if you already have a 5 and you have a number, for example, you do not have a 6, and your profession is related to 6, so in that case, you should go for 6. So that's why I'm telling you, if you want to get those balancing done, better you contact a professional numerologist. So that would be better. But still, if you cannot, then 5 will also do, not a problem. All right. And then other is what? Elements in the low show grade. So every low show grade, every square is represent element: earth element, water element, fire element, like that. So how to do the element balancing. All right. And there is a term which is known as planet balancing. And there are remedies for anti-opposite and struggling numbers. So if somebody has 1-8 combination, so what are remedies he should do so that he doesn't have to face the problems related to because of this anti-combination. So all those remedies part. And then matchmaking. Matchmaking for what? For marriage, and matchmaking for business. Business, either 2 or more than 2 partners. Okay, based on the low show grade and driver conductor. And then how to choose the numbers. And there is a combination of number. There's a concept of combination of number also, which already we covered a little bit. I explained to you. Like 1, 2. 12 is what? 1 is driving 2. So 1, 2 combination is very good. 2 and 1 is little weaker combination because their queen is driving the king. 2 is driving 1. So like that. How to understand 4, 6 versus 6, 4, 1, 8 versus 8, 1, 3, 6, 6, 3. Okay, so those things. 1, 4, 4, 1. So these are very important for when you balance your phone numbers, when you balance your names. So this is also very important. Like you have balanced it on a specific number, but the combination is not favorable. Then it might not give you the result that it should give, that you are expecting. So that is why I said that, professionally you should get it checked. So how to choose your mobile number, car number, house number, lucky colors. All right. This we already covered in the introductory part. And then advanced, how to calculate the personal year. Like for example, current year is 2023. We sum it up, how much it comes out to be 7. 7 stands for what? Ketu. So universally, this year is the year of Ketu. And this year is, Ketu means this is a year of spirituality, and also this is a year of disappointment. So what we have to do is, but this is a generic for universal, I'm saying this. But for a date of birth specific to you, this may not be a Ketu year for you. It might be a year of Sun. Okay, it might be a year of Mercury. So that personal year, how to get personal means for that specific date of birth, for that specific individual, what that year is. So then on the basis of that, we calculate the personal month, personal days, and we plan the actions accordingly. Sometimes, we do everything right, but the timing is wrong. Planning and everything, is efforts are good, everything well, but we have not done the execution according to the personal year, or because of that, we do not get success. So those things will be taught here, how to plan your life also ahead. and guide others also. All right. And remedies, like previously we did, these were the remedies based on Oloshu grid. All right. And anti numbers, opposite numbers. Now these are the remedies for the personal year. Like for example, if my driver is 1, but my specific 2023 year is 8. So this year is anti to me. So what all remedies I have to do so that I don't get problem due to this? Because generally anti years, they give health issues, relationship issues. So we have specific, have financial issues also. So we have to, and we have to take care that we take appropriate remedies. All right. And then advanced, another topic is choosing professions. So suitable professions for numbers 1 to 9. So we have exhaustive list of professions for 1 to 9. So and when person choose, like for example, if a person has driver 1 and conductor, example 9. Okay, example I'm taking, but he chooses a profession of 8. So that 8 is anti to 1. What will happen? He will not be successful, or he will have struggle. Even if he gets success, but success may be delayed or may have struggles also. But he may not be as successful as he would have if he would have chosen a profession which is favorable to his numbers. So those things we will be working, and not just on the basis of driver and conductor, but also on the basis of Loshu grid. Like yesterday, Rahul Prabhuji had asked one question about this Vladimir Putin, that he's driver conductor 7, but he's an army man or a military man. So why? Because the profession of 9 that he has chosen, 9 is favorable, because you saw 7. Oh, that's another slide. Sorry. 7 does not have any enemy, right? So his driver and conductor is 7, but 9 is not enemy. So that is why 9 suited him. Okay. But if that 9 was anti to his driver and conductor, so he might not have been that successful. All right. My slide is visible, right? Okay. And now also people have queries that whether I should go for job or I should go for business. So that also we understand in our this advanced classes, right? And name balancing, how to do name balancing. Like here the combination numbers plays a very important role. There are different name balancing rules that we have to do. Okay. And you have to keep in mind whenever you're doing name balancing. For example, I have told you that you balance on this. But sometimes, people, when they do themselves, sometimes they balance the name with their profession, but it becomes anti with their spouse. So that should not happen. So you have to be very, very cautious. If you are trying out also, you have to be very cautious. So you have to see holistic, from the holistic view. Okay. So, and there is a healing number or number of blessing. Okay. So it is a topic here in name balancing. And then how do we do individual name balancing? How do we do company? Some practical examples of best and worst names and implementation. All right. And then share market. Whether I should invest in share market or I should work as a consultant, which will be favorable for me. Okay, those kind of things. And whether what are like numbers which support foreign travel. So this also. So whether this India is beneficial for me or I should go abroad. And even that if I go abroad, which countries to choose, which will be favorable for me. All those things. And the numbers which indicate whether there's chances of love marriage or arranged marriage. So all these things. And also here, we do love marriage, arranged marriage. We do the disappointment of marriage also. Okay. And we do in the matchmaking also topic. So both are in matchmaking also we can make out that, whether there will be disappointment or it will be a happy marriage, like that. So these things. And after that, diseases which are specific to various vibration of numbers. So here what it means is that if a person is driven by 1, so what are, based on the characteristic of that specific numbers, what are the different diseases that the person might get, and how to have a good health. So now this remedies for good health obviously does not mean medicines. It will be what should be the lifestyle of the individual, what kind of food is healthy for him, for that specific number that he should take. Okay. And what kind of food he should avoid. Those kinds of things, the healing, it is a healing part. So that also we do. And then yantra remedies. So sometimes, people say that I cannot wear a bracelet. I want to wear some yantra in the. So yantras basically are either placed in the temple or, they are worn in the neck. So those remedies, different remedies for the missing numbers, like 5 missings or 6 missing. So they are yantras for that. Okay. And then analysis where date of birth is not known. So sometimes, you might come across people who don't know their date of birth. How do we do analysis for them? So there are different methods that we follow: pyramid-based numerology calculation, Prashna Kundli method, random number methodology, and professional numerology. Yeah, 3 methods. Sorry. And then also in this, we are going to teach you how what is a professional how to create your professional numerology report. Okay, so how to create the report and what should be the checklist when you got some some date of birth and you are evaluating, what all things you have to keep in mind, and when you're creating a report, so it has to be professional, and it has to cover all the aspects. So for that we provide the checklist, and we teach the format also, how it is to be done. Yeah, it should not be like, somebody asking and you have just told on phone, okay, you do these three things, it will be fine. No, whenever you are, when we are working for an individual, so we have to do it properly, and we have to create a proper, report, and just write down everything, what are our observations, what are the positives that we found, what is it, the areas of improvement for that. Even when we provide the report, when we do professional consulting, we by default, even if the person is not asking, by default we advise, the food and lifestyle things also in that this is your favorable, these are the favorable food, and your lucky colors are this, all these things, we give them in the report. And there are two complementary topics. One is the like when if any one of you would like to, proceed with the this professional course, so we have to keep in mind, so this is a paravidya. So Paravidya cannot be just had in a way like we are taking this material knowledge. Even for material knowledge, see, we have to do tapasya. Okay. So in this, it is absolutely important that our consciousness day by day gets purified. Because when it gets purified, then only we can make accurate readings and we can really help people. Because it all depends on our consciousness, how we are, when we are dealing with the charts. So when we are more and more we are purified, the chart will interact with us and give us because these things, these planets, they all are, conscious beings, chetan. They are not just, material thing which is revolving in the zodiac. No. So there are presiding deities of these planets. So when you are pure, then these planets, these deities, they bless us. So this is one of the complementary topic. This is a part of this course, this free course only. This I will be keeping next week, sometime next week, this specific. And there is another complementary topic, karma theory based on Bhagavad Gita principles. So this actually will relate with Bhagavad Gita, and we will touch base on different karmic remedies. Okay, because if there is something which is not good in the chart, so that means that specific planet wants us to improve. So now simply if we are wearing something in our finger and we say, okay, things will be fine, so that is actually not the real solution. We have to have transformation. We should be transformed, right? We should act in a way which is, that has to come in our karmas. So I'll be touch basing on karmic remedies also. So this is what it is. Anybody has any question, then you can go ahead, and then I will close the session. And I hope you like these 3 days session.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it very much. In my astrological chart, I have Rahu in the first place, but then I have missing 4 in the Loshu grid. It becomes contradictory, like?
No. See, Rahu 4 in the Loshu grid is positive vibration of Rahu. Okay. It's positive.
Okay.
If Rahu is multiple, then negative side. And if Rahu is lacking, then also it is a kind of, you can consider it is a kind of negative side. Not exactly negative, but the positive part of Rahu is missing in your chart. So it is not contradictory in that sense. You understood?
Okay.
Because see, just listen. These all 9 planets are in your astrological chart, but not all 9 planets would be in your Loshu grid. Got it? So, for example, I'll tell you, if a person in Loshu grid has multiple 6, okay? So Venus is going towards the negative side, right? So now, if you do this, read this in your astrological chart, it might be that the Venus is in the enemy house, or Venus is debilitated, okay? Or Venus is not in a comfortable position, or it is aspected by malefic. All right? So that's how you can try and relate.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
Ma'am, will you be doing consultation, ma'am?
Yes, I will be doing. And
Okay.
I will be doing. You can forward your if you're interested. So you can forward the date of birth details. And actually, I do consultation from both numerology and astrological point of view. Okay, I do comprehensive consultation because I know astrology also. So I cross check.
Okay, ma'am. How to contact you, ma'am?
I have my number, through which I'm sending messages in the group.
Group. Oh, through that I can contact you, ma'am.
Yeah, and I have my students also, so you can consult them also. I have shared their numbers in the group, that the original group, the first group that I had created. Actually, in my the other sessions, they joined also. Um, they are they have shared their experience also, professional course learning with me. So
Okay, ma'am.
okay.
Ma'am, if we want to contact you only directly through that messenger message,
Yeah.
you have sent that number, I can contact
Yes,
you.
yes. You can contact and we can have a phone call also. Absolutely.
Okay.
No problem. All
I
right.
joined today late, so I did not understand. I did not
You
join
go
late. Go through
see,
the reading.
you go through the recording. Okay. So if you have any question now, so you send me on WhatsApp in audio form,
Okay, ma'am.
because typing, you might not be able to, express all lot of words you'll have to type. So better, just send an audio that, okay, I saw this on this slide. So so in audio, I will reply to you. I will
Okay, ma'am.
clarify your query, not an issue.
Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right. So if any one of you would like to go for the this professional course, just get back to me. All right. I will share the details, and we'll be starting this very soon. One of the is um, uh, like professional course is already starting from 18th onwards. So that is Hindi and English mix. Okay. So if you want exclusively English, there would be other session will start. But if you want Hindi English mix, so I have a batch ready for the 18th, and we have classes 3 times a week, alternate day, so that see, my way of teaching is not that it will be like I'm just explaining the slides and that's it. It is not like that. So those who join, they have to make presentations also of whatever charts they do. They have to make the presentations also. All right. So I will just share a little bit. How should I? Okay.
Ma'am, as of now, I will not be able to join, ma'am. Like in due course, if I can join later, also I can join, no, ma'am.
Sure. I have one April batch also ready.
Okay.
April batch. So if you want to enroll, you can enroll in that. See here, what you will get in the course. This I have written here. So you will get all the study material in PDF format. Okay, everything that I'm speaking will be in written form here in the slides. Okay, everything, all fundamentals, all sutras that we do here, all class recordings, and lifelong you will be connected with us in our research group, and will have guidance from us. Okay. There will be other numerologists also, and you all can research, and whatever new study comes up, so we discuss, and we have a quick meeting and we can discuss. So in that group you will be there, and ebook on numerology worth 2000 rupees, that also I would be giving, and chart discussions and presentations will definitely be a part of this. That is why I have given that gap, that the gap between various classes, so that you can revise and then come back and and present what you have studied or understood. Practice more and more and share. Okay. So other benefits here also, see, we can become our own astrologer. We can learn and earn, because you can make it as a career also, transforming your life of others, and of course connecting with the divine. All right. And we definitely lot of blessings. And this is these are the details of the cost of the course. All right. So we'll be completing, like first slide I had shown, that the different areas, where one we have like questions or problems. So you will be empowered to heal all these areas of your life and even more. So the duration of the course is 10 weeks, and we'll be having 3 classes per week, about 1 to 1.5 hours class will be there. And the fee is rupees 10,000, and language options, as I said, English, Hindi mix, and English only. You can pay 2500 only to join the course, and there is a 100% money back guarantee. Like if you find that no, I'm not finding it good, we will not ask you any question. You just have to say that I want to withdraw from the course. We'll give you 2500 back. Absolutely. And I'm on the spiritual side, so you'd understand I'm not going to, kind of, cheat and say, no, I don't want to give. I'm not that kind of a person. Okay. So this is what it is. If you don't like, even if, sometimes, you might feel that you might feel that you are not understanding the course. For example, although you are a very, intelligent, I know everybody will be able to understand. But even if that is the case, you think that no, I'm not able to understand, then also okay. We are not going to say that no, we are teaching very nice. See, we are giving you so many these PDF files and book and no, we are not going to market these things to you. So simply, if you feel like you want to leave, you can leave. Absolutely no problem. And we'll refund 100% of your amount. So ultimately, it will be beneficial only for you. Whatever, and within a month you can withdraw. Okay, this is maximum 1 month time. You can try it out. If you find good, you can pay balance after 1 month. If you don't find good, find it good, you can take the money back. That's what it is. All right, these are payment details. It is already in the slide. Okay, now anybody has any questions, you can go ahead.
I'm not related to numerology, but are you also planning to teach on Vastu? Because for Vastu, I've been interested for a long time, but I haven't actually been able to get into that.
Okay, you already know on numerology?
A little bit. I did a course for 1 month, a month back,
Okay.
and this is I came into your connection.
Okay.
And for Vastu, I have not done any course. I built my own house using principles of Vastu, though not perfect, but it has done some good work.
Okay.
So I would like to learn more on Vastu.
Okay. We'll be doing it, but maybe after another couple of months. Not immediately, but are you planning to join this course, this specific professional?
Yes, most likely the April batch.
Okay, the April batch. All right. All right. So I'll be informing in the group. And if you would, if you are sure that you would be joining in the April batch, you can book your slot, because I already have, people who have booked their slot. So if it is possible for you to book it, you can book immediately also. All right. Otherwise, it's okay. I will be sending the notification in the group also. So then you can do. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Vastu, it will take a couple of months or so. All right. Okay. Any more questions? And definitely, it will be very life-changing for you. It's a excellent course, I would say. And the way I have created the slides, so you would appreciate, I have added everything very clearly. So when you have all those PDFs also, you can always look back and revise, and with the recordings as well. Okay, now if no question, then shall we close the session?
Yeah, you were supposed to send some contact with the recruiter, the person that recruits individuals for the United States.
Yeah.
And so I'll remind you on WhatsApp later.
Sure. Yes.
And I just want to say thank you very much for the informative course. I love your patience and the way you have conducted this course. It was very well explained. You are a born teacher and you have a lot of compassion in you. Thank you, and I enjoyed so far, and I'll just decide whether I'll follow up with the advanced course.
All right.
And just to say thanks again, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mm.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and stay blessed. We'll have sonic meditation session soon. Okay, so I will you all join.
Ma'am, that some you were telling about some conscious raising, no, ma'am. That is that sonic meditation.
Yes.
When will you have that?
We'll
ma'am?
have sometimes next week.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
But this time only it'll be okay. Earlier means it is 9 o'clock only. It'll be better. Earlier means it is difficult to join.
Okay, I'll do on this time only. Not
Okay. That is to improve our conscious level, intuition.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because see this.
Yes, please invite me as well.
I'm sorry. What did you say, sir?
I say, please invite me as well.
Yes, yes. I will be sharing in group. Actually, you know what? I'm going to conduct lot of other free sessions also on spirituality. So in these two groups, so I will be sending all notifications. Just not not just on this sonic meditation, but I have lot of other things also to share. So as and when I plan a session, I will be sharing, and those spirituality sessions will all be free. Okay, and I'm telling you with guarantee, you will have so much positivity and auspiciousness in your life that it will change your way of looking at the world, situations, things will change. So that
Okay, thank you.